Good morning, student. I, Purnima, welcome you to my class, and we are going to continue the same lesson, children. The Little Girl, written by Catherine Mansfield. So, who is the person who has written the lesson? Catherine Mansfield. So, Catherine Mansfield, she touches here the delicate subject of father-daughter relationship. That how a father, a daughter should have a relationship. Should the father should be a strict father, or like Mr. MacDonald, as I've told you in the lesson, she holds the view that all fathers are not allowed. So, first of all, she tells to the student that each and every father is different. They are not alike. Some plays with the children while others love and care for them. They love, they show to them by working hard and giving them all facilities as well as instruction. So children, there are two types of father she has described. One is like Kezia father, who is very harsh with her child, and but children, he gives all type of facilities and all type of happiness he wanted to give to his family, but as well as some strict instructions were given to him so that the child could follow, and that's why he seems to be very strict. The second type of father is like Mr. MacDonald, who was Kezia's neighbor and who loved to play with the children. So Kezia's father was of a first type of person. That means who has given, who had worked very hard, and still he is working very hard to give all the facilities as well as instructions to his family. Other similar stories. Now children, there are many stories which resemble these stories, like The Little Match Girl by S.C. Anderson, The Adventure of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Now children, before continuing the lesson, let's revise all the important point of the lesson. We have already done 1/4 of the lesson. So first of all, I would like to discuss with you Kezia's fear. So children, what was Kezia's fear? Kezia was afraid of her father and avoided him. She felt relieved on hearing the noise of carriage going out. In the evening when father came home, he would order his daughter for tea, newspapers and slippers. That's all. He never used to speak to her. He never showed any affection to her directly. He never used to play like Mr. MacDonald. Now, Kezia would stammer while replaying, as he was rude, dry and spoke to the point. No sweet words at all. Now children, he was the person who spoke only to the point, very less, and he never showed any sweet words at all. Grandfather would ask Kezia to go to drawing room to chat with father and mother, but she found them indifferent to her. So whenever grandfather told, she wanted that a nice relationship should develop between Kezia and her father, because she know Kezia is very much scared with her father. She feel her father is very strict and rude person. In fact, the big personality, the nice personality of her father, she seemed that he is a giant. So she doesn't want, grandmother doesn't want that such type of feeling should be there between Kezia and her father. Now, so children, she often used to tell her that go and talk to her father. Even during the time of Sunday, she used to tell go. But when she used to go, she found that her father was soundly sleeping at in the sofa set. Now, one day, grandfather suggested Kezia that the birthday is coming, or the birthday of her father will be there next week. So why don't you prepare a pink cushion and give to your father as his birthday gift? Now the little girl was very excited, and she thought this is the moment, maybe his father would love her more. So she started stitching the three sides of a pin cushion, and she had yellow colors silk cloth, satin cloth was given to her, and with which she was making that pin cushion. Now she wanted to fill it up with something. She wanted to have a stuff it with something. She was not knowing what to do with and what she should fill the stuff. So she was roaming in every room. On the bed table, she found many sheets of fine paper. Now children, when she entered to her father's room, she found that on the bed Many sheets of fine paper were there. She tore them off into small pieces and filled the pincushion and stitched the fourth side. Now, in the next day, children, actually in those papers the speech was written by her father, which he has to give very next day in his office. So in the evening when he started searching for the paper, there were a lot of hues and cries in the house. All the servants were inquired, everybody was inquired about the paper, but nobody could tell him where the paper was. Okay, then the mother went to Kezia room and she asked about the paper. Kezia did admit that she has taken those paper, and she has taken those papers, and she had torn it into pieces to stuff to the children to the pincushion. Now mother, she cried and she ran to the father and she told everything about Kezia. Father, after hearing this, he was very, very angry. He called Kezia and he beaten her, told her to take her hand out. She took her hand out like this and he started beating him with the scale, with the ruler. Now, she had a lot of pain. She started crying. Okay, and the girl trembled with fear, but no children. The father did not lay any heed to her crying. In fact, he started beating Kezia with a ruler, and then he left Kezia crying. The girl stuck to grandfather's soft body and said, "What did God make father for?" And children, she wept or she cried bitterly. At the very next morning, children, there was a hole between. There were two houses, and their neighbor were Mr. the McDonalds, who were their next door neighbor. So there was a hole. Through the hole in the neighborhood fence, she started watching what is happening in the next house, and she was surprised that the father, Mr. McDonald, was playing tag with his 5 children. They were laughing and jumping about. She felt sad that why her father is not like that, why he cannot talk to her affectionately, why he could not play like Mr. McDonald. So she was feeling sad. In fact, she was not able to believe that fathers are like that also. Kezia's nightmare. The little girl, children, now children, this incident was over. Now in the meantime, one day it was found that mother was seriously ill. She has to be admitted in the hospital. Grandmother accompanied her her in the hospital. Grandmother stayed with her mother when her mother was hospitalized, and there was no one to look after Kezia's father and Kezia. Only Alice, the cook, was there, so she was cooking and taking care of the house. So Kezia and her father was left alone with grandmother taking care of her mother in the hospital. Now children, after every 15 days, Kezia, she used to have nightmare. She was left alone with Alice, who put her to bed, but the little girl shrieked. She had a nightmare. The butcher with a knife and a rope came nearer and smiled like a giant. So what nightmare she used to feel? That a butcher with a long knife and a rope, he was with a very evil smile on his face, he was coming nearer her. Children, that butcher, she who came nearer and smiled like a giant. Kezia trembled and called, "Grandma, grandma." Now children, when she used to have that nightmare, she only used to call her grandmother, who always carried her to her room. Now this time she opened her eyes, and children, this time, since she again had a nightmare, she started crying in the night. And very soon when she opened her eyes, she saw her father bending upon her with a candle. Blowing out the candle, he caught up the child in his arms and carried her to the bedroom. He carefully placed the child on the bed and lay down by her side. She crept close to him and held his shirt tightly. Children, that was a turning point in Kezia life. Now she felt her father is not that bad what she was thinking. He is a nice fellow. And children, she started looking at her father's face. Poor father works very hard. Even then, he was a nice fellow. No one looks after him. He gets tired. She felt, after all, Kezia's compressed her. If it is I who had formed up all the beautiful waiting. She breathed heavily. My father head is on your heart, Papa. I hear its beat, Father dear, and she tell you are you are having the largest heart. That means you are the most caring father in the world. Okay, she told her. She realized for the first time that her father used to work hard for them, to give them all type of happiness, all type of facility. Though he was such type of father who was a bit strict to her, but that doesn't matter. He was after working for them only to provide all types of facilities and happiness. Children, she realized that it was her mistake that she told the speech, that paper which in which her father had written the speech. So children, she realized finally it was her mistake. So finally, children, when she heard the heartbeat of her father, she felt that her father heart is very large. That means he is really a very caring father. So these were the main points of the story. Now, children, I would be telling you from here. Um, so we were here at page number 34, the second paragraph. One day, when she was kept indoors with a cold, her grandmother told her that her father's birthday was next week. Now, children, when one day, children, she was staying with her, she was indoor, and her grandmother called her and she told that her father's birthday was next week and suggested she should make him a pin cushion for a gift out of a beautiful piece of yellow silk. Now, she told that she is having a yellow silk and she should gift her father a beautiful pin cushion that she should prepare with her own hand. Kezia felt happy and she was excited. She started preparing for the pin cushion. Laboriously with a double cotton, the little girl stitched three sides. Now children, with lot of labor, and she started stitching. She put one another cotton cloth, children, um, down the silk cloth, that yellow silk cloth, and children, the little girl stitched three sides of that pin cushion. But children, what to fill it with? Now children, she started thinking that pin cushion, what she would fill inside the cushion. Now that was the question. The grandmother was out in the garden. Now children, at that time grandmother was out in the garden, nobody was there, and she wandered into mother's bedroom to look for a scrap. Now children, she went here and there, and finally she went into the mother's bedroom, and she found that so many sheets of fine paper were lying near the bed. She took those paper, she tore them into small bits and into tiny pieces, and stuffed her case, then sewed up the fourth side. And then after stuffing it in the pin cushion, she sewed up the fourth side. That night there was a hue and cry in the house. Now children, in the evening when her father returned, there was a lot of hues and cry in the house. Everybody was busy in finding the paper, because that was his father's speech who had to speak next day for the port authority, and that paper was lost. All the rooms were searched, servants were called and questioned. Finally, mother came into Kezia's room and she asked Kezia, I suppose you did not see some paper on a table in our room? Oh yes, she said. I tore them up for my father's surprise. Now Kezia, she never used to tell lie. So she told, yes, I took those paper and I tore them into pieces, and because I want to have a pleasant surprise for my father. What? Screamed mother. Come straight down to the dining room this instant. Now mother was very angry with when Kezia told this, and she told, just very this moment you come to the dining room. Now paragraph 6, and she was dragged down to where father was pacing to and fro. Now children, her father was so angry that he was moving to and fro in that room, his hands behind his back. Well, he said sharply. Mother explained everything to him, that it was Kezia who had tore that paper, and she was the one who had taken that paper. Now children, he was so angry, he was moving to and fro. Now he stopped and he stared. He looked at the child. Did you do that? No, no, she whispered. Now she was not again able to speak in front of him. She told Nana, no, but mother, go up to her room and fetch down the damn thing. See that the child put to bed this instant. Now children, he told her mother to go and just I want to see why that paper was for what that paper was used, so you can bring that thing and let me check that thing. So children, mother, she went into the room. Now we are here at page number 35. Crying too much to explain, she lay in the shadowed room watching the evening light make a sad little pattern on the floor. Now children, she wanted to explain, she was crying with fear and she wanted to explain, okay, and but um, children, she was not able to explain him. Then father came into the room with a ruler in his hand, and children, then immediately after some time the father came inside the room with a ruler, that wooden scale with her hand, and he told her that I'm going to beat you for this. Oh no, no, she screamed, hiding under the bedclothes. Now she went inside the bed. When father told that I'm going to beat you, he pulled them aside. Now children, sit up, he ordered, and hold out your hand. Now children, he told her to sit up and he told her to hold out her hands. You must be taught once and for all not to touch what does not belong to you. Now children, he told her that I would be beating you because you are the one who should know that you should not touch others thing without um, his permission, and which does not belong to you. That means he wanted to say that if that thing doesn't belongs to you, you must not touch that thing, and this I'm going to teach you. Okay, why? Because you have done a very bad thing, that was my speech, and you have, without taking our permission, you have torn it into pieces. But it was for your birthday. Now children, she wanted to say, she told also, but in a very slow voice, she told it was for your birthday. But down came the ruler on her little pink palms. But children, nothing, nobody heard her. And children, she could only say that her father is beating her with that ruler in her pink palms. Hours later, when grandmother had wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her in the rocking chair, the child clung to her soft body. And children, finally, mother came to her, and what did she saw? She saw that Kezia was crying. She took her, she wrapped her in a shawl, she put her in her lap, and children, she sat with her in her rocking chair. The child clung to her soft body. Then Kezia clung to her, and she felt the soft body of her granddaughter. What did God make father for? She sobbed. Now, children, that day she hated her father the most. She was really hurt, and she told her grandmother, what did God make father for? That means why God had made father for, why the fathers are so cruel, they don't have any heart. Here's is a clean hanky, darling. Blow your nose, go to sleep, pet. You will forget all about it in the morning. Now, children, grandmother was helpless. She knew Kezia was in a great pain. She is really hurt. So she could only tell her that you just clean your nose with this clean hanky and go to sleep. And in the morning, if you will get up, you will find that everything will be okay, and you will feel better, and you will forget all this incident of today. But the child never forget. But Kezia did not forget this incident, children. Next time she saw him, she quickly put both hands behind her back and a red color flew into her cheek. Children, next day when she saw his father, she was so scared that she put her back behind and a red color flew into her cheeks. Now, 9. Paragraph 9. The MacDonald lived next door. They had 5 children. Looking through a gap in the fence, the little girl saw them playing tag in the evening. Now, children, there was a boundary between her neighbor and her house, but there was a hole in that boundary. Okay, in that fence, there was a gap in the fence. So, children, Kezia was outside her house and she started looking through that gap in the fence. And what did she see? She saw that the McDonalds, who were their next door neighbor, they had 5 children, and the father was playing tag game with those 5 children. The girl saw them playing tag in the evening. The father with the baby Mao on his shoulder, 2 little girls hanging onto his coat pockets, ran round and round the flower bed, shaking with laughter. Once she saw the boys turn the hose on him, and he tried to catch them laughing all the time. So, children, she was surprised to see that the fathers are like Mr. MacDonald also. So, she was so much surprised. Then it was she decided they were different sort of father and children according to Kezia. Now she started telling to herself that there are different type of father. Now children, now one more incident is there. Suddenly children, what happened? Kezia mother, she became ill. So now I am at the last paragraph of page number 35. Suddenly one day mother became ill and she and grandmother went to hospital. So suddenly Kezia's mother, she became ill and she had to go to the hospital with her grandmother, and there she was admitted in the hospital. The little girl was left alone in the house with Alice the cook. Now children, father, he used to go to the office, and poor little girl, the little girl was left alone in the house with Alice the cook. That was all right in the daytime. In the daytime, children, it was all right. But while Alice was putting her to bed, she grew suddenly afraid. Now, children, at night, when Alice told her to go to sleep, go to her bed, she was suddenly afraid. Paragraph number 10. What will I do if I have a nightmare? She asked. Now, children, what is the meaning of nightmare? A bad dream. So she told, because Kezia often used to have bad dream after every 15 days. So her mother and her grandmother was not there, and when she used to had that dream, she used to call her grandmother, who used to carry her to her room. So she told, what will I do if I have a nightmare? She asked. I often have a nightmare and then Granny takes me into her bed. Now she told, it is grandmother who takes her into the bed. I can't stay in the dark. It all gets whispery. She told, I don't want to stay in the dark because I feel scared in the dark. You just go to sleep, child, said Alice, pulling off her socks, and don't you scream and wake your poor pa. Now, children, when Alice came to her room to see that Kezia has gone to her bed, she saw Kezia has not gone to bed. She told that Kezia, you should go to bed, and she took out her socks and she told, don't, if you have some bad dream, don't scream because it will wake up your father, and he is really tired, he is sleeping. Now children, Kezia was very much helpless. He was scared with her father. Grandmother was not there at home. Grandfather was her mother and grandmother was not there at home, and she was feeling scared that suppose if she will have a bad dream and if she scream. So children, there were two fear in Kezia's mind. One was what she will do. The mother and grandmother was not there. If that children, if she will have a nightmare, and second thing, children, if she will scream, it will disturb her father's sleep and he might beat her once again. So children, but she was helpless. She started sleeping. I'm at the last page, page number 37, children. Okay, so but the same old nightmare came. Now children, what happened? The same nightmare came to her, unfortunately. And children, you can underline this thing. What generally the nightmare, she used to see the butcher with a knife and a rope who came nearer and nearer, smiling that dreadful smile. Now, children, what was the nightmare she used to see? She used to see that a butcher is there. He is having a knife in his hand and a rope in his one other hand, and he used to have even a smile on his face, and he was coming with that dreadful smile. He is coming towards Kezia, crying out. Now, children, when Kezia had that dream, that nightmare, she started crying out, "Grandma, Grandma!" She woke shivering to see father beside her bed, a candle in his hand. Now, children, this is a turning point of the story. Children, when she had a bad dream, she started shouting and started calling her grandmother. Now, children, she saw next moment that her father came to her room with a candle in her hand. He blew out the candle, took the child, took Kezia in his arms, and took him to his bed. Um, what is the matter? He said in a very affectionate manner. He asked Kezia, "What is the matter?" "Oh, a butcher, a knife. I want Granny." Now, she was not able to speak at first, so she told him that I have seen a butcher in a dream, a knife, and I want Granny. He blew out the candle, bent down, and caught up the child in his arm. Now, children, very gently he caught up the child in his arm. Carrying her along the passage to the big bedroom, he took the child into his bed, in his big bedroom. A newspaper was on the bed. He put away the paper. A newspaper was lying on his bed, which he had put away that newspaper away from the bed so that she can put Kezia in her bed. Then carefully tucked up the child. He lay down beside her, and children, she should not feel afraid now, so he laid beside her, half asleep still. Now, children, his father was very tired, so he was still feeling half asleep. Still with the butcher's smile all about her, it seemed. She crept close to him. Now, children, when Kezia was not able to sleep, still that butcher smile was haunting in her mind. So she went closer near her father, and she caught her shirt. Okay, she crept close to him, snuggled her head under his arm, and he held tightly to his shirt. Then the dark did not matter. She lay still. Now, children, she was so close to her father. She was holding him tightly. She was holding his shirt. So she did not now feel afraid from that dark. Now she did not feel afraid with that nightmare. "Here, rub your feet against my legs and get them warm and father." Now, children, her father still asked her, "Are you feeling scared?" She told no, but he felt that her feet were quite cold, so she told her that you can rub your feet against my leg and get them warmer. Now, the last paragraph, children, paragraph number 12. Tired out, he slept before the little girl. Now, children, his father was so tired that he slept before the little girl. A funny feeling came over her. Poor father, not so big after all. Now, children, suddenly a funny feeling came to Kezia. She started thinking that she used to think her father is very big like giant, but he is not at all big. He is really a very caring father, very good father, and she was feeling that since her grandmother and mother was there in the hospital, so nowadays there was no one to look after him. Now, children, when she felt her body, she felt that her body is very hard. It was a nice hardness, and every day. Now, children, why the body was hard? Because, children, it is written here, every day he had to work and was too tired to be Mr. McDonald. Who was Mr. McDonald? Her neighbor who were playing with the children. So she told that when she felt her body, she told that her body was hard, in fact very hard. Because why very hard? Because he was working hard for his family to give protection, to give all type of facility to Kezia and her mother and her grandmother. Now she knew that he could never become Mr. McDonald because he had to work very hard. He had to work many hours a day, and he must be so tired that he cannot become Mr. McDonald. She had torn up all his beautiful writing. She stirred suddenly and sighed. Now, children, she also felt bad, and first time she realized that it was her mistake, that she had told his writing which he was supposed to give. That was a speech which he had written in a piece of paper, children. and he must have worked so hard, because at that time there were no internet, no facility. A person had to think and only write it. And then she realized it was her mistake that she had torn that paper into pieces. What is the matter? Asked her father. And the dream, now children, her father felt she is not able to sleep. So very carefully and nicely he asked, are you having another dream? Oh, said the little girl, my head's on your heart. I can hear it going. What a big heart you have got, father dear. Now she told, no, but this time I can feel your heart beating, and your heart is very large. That means, children, you are not a bad father. You are a very caring father. And I used to think you are very rude and strict, but you are nothing like that. You have a large heart. You are a caring person. With this, I conclude my lesson here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.